Alright, so it's been a minute since we've looked at Rising Damp on the channel, and I did record a reaction to episode 2, and it seems to be, for some reason, episode 2 of shows seem to mess me up for some reason here lately, because with Luther and Peaky Blinders, and as well as Rising Damp, for whatever reason, my audio just, it didn't work out. At least not for the show side of things. So all you'd hear is me talking or me viewing something, and that's just not watchable, you know? So we got Rising Damp, Season 2, Episode 3. Yeah, it's last episode, Episode 2, a summary. Rigsby didn't care for the fact that there's charity going around for poor folks, basically, that need help eating. So, you know, basically a food bank drive, but money, you know, charitable donations towards helping people that less fortunate. He tried giving a button, basically. He gets challenged to 48 hours without food. All he can drink is water. And yeah, it didn't go so well, because he winds up the very last evening with Phillip and them leave out food for the cat, and it's all leftover stuff that was that had pretty much was unedible for humans. Yeah, he slightly cheated, and they paid him the money and immediately had to give it to charity. So he lost on 2 accounts. So let's get into episode 3.
Jelly on the plate, jelly on the plate. Wibble wobble, jelly on the...
I was, thought perhaps you might feel a little lonely. I was wondering if you'd like to come down and watch the television. David Attenborough's on at the moment. I know you've always had a weakness for him.
Oh, yes, I have. It's those lovely dimples of his that do something to me when he smiles.
Oh, yes. Right, well, you'll come down then, Miss Jones. I've done a few potted meat sandwiches.
Well, it's very kind of you, Mr. Rigsby, but I must do some exercises.
Exercises, Miss Jones?
Yes, I've decided to improve my figure.
He's looked
You
shocked.
couldn't possibly improve. You've got an exquisite figure, Miss Jones.
Some people wouldn't agree with you, Mr. Rigsby.
What? Who's been saying otherwise?
Oh, no,
Who's been
he's
about it?
indignant
Tell me his
now.
name. I'll soon sort him out, Miss Jones.
I've been forced to take a long, hard look at myself.
But I thought you were taking the tablets for that, Miss Jones.
That's not the answer, Mr. Rigsby. They can be dangerous. Look what happened last night. I awoke, took a tablet. I thought at the time it seemed rather large. It was only when it got wedged in my throat that I realized I should have dissolved it in water.
Oh, what on earth did you do, Miss Jones?
I lay there and fizzed for 3 hours. Still, it gave me time to think. I've been letting myself go, Mr. Rigsby.
Laid
I've
there
been
and
neglecting
fizzed
my
for
body.
3 hours.
So I
Oh,
decided to
Jesus
do a few
Christ.
gentle exercises. Phillip suggested some.
Miss
You
Jones,
look
I
like
don't
that.
much care for this fetish for physical fitness that's going on around here at the moment. You don't need to do exercises, Mitchell. I never do exercises. Look at me.
If you don't mind me saying so, Mr. Rigsby, I think you could do with a little exercise.
Didn't.
What about your back?
There's nothing wrong with my back.
Then why did those 2 men have to carry you home from the supermarket?
Ah, now that was an isolated incident. Could have happened to anyone.
I love that. It went down for some peas a shade too quickly, and my back locked. You know, when you get older, some of this stuff, if I'd have watched this 15 years ago, I'd have been like, oh, that's funny. You know, his back locking up. Now I commiserate with stuff like that, because you sneeze too hard, you pull shit, your back locks up, and sucks. The fact he says it can happen to anybody. He's not exactly wrong, but it's more inclined to happen to people, you know, a little bit older. And I'm only 40, but, you know, so I'm not exactly old, but at the same point in time, it's amazing how quickly the human body just goes, yeah, piss on it. I'm not doing this no more. Or not the way that you're used to.
But I'm in my prime, Miss Jones.
I've heard you on the stairs, the slightest exertion and you're wheezing and coughing.
I'm going to raise this chair aloft by one leg. Nothing to it.
Yeah, nothing to it, right?
Sure this is going to work?
Of course it will, but you've got to keep it up. There's a giant inside you trying to get out.
Well, why didn't he help me with these weights, then?
There's a giant inside all of us.
I bet mine will have varicose veins. Do you really think I look like that?
You work hard. Haven't you
And do
noticed any
some
difference?
steroids.
I think my arms are getting longer. I don't want that. I don't want my hands brushing the ground as I walk along.
I think your deltoids are getting larger.
Dear.
Yeah. Yo, oh my God, I think my hands are going to take and be dragging the ground as I walk. I'm not going to like that. Bro, all this fitness stuff. I love the fact that they've got a picture posted on the back of the wall and dude's all ripped up. Alan. Yeah, if you take steroids, even then they were lying about, you know, you can get some bulk, but you ain't getting all that bulk. I hate to tell you that. Oh my God. What are they going to wrangle Rigsby into? That's my question.
It means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, of course it does. Well, it's all right for you, but I was a delicate child. While you were out in the bush having adventures and living off wild berries, I was having vapor rubs. Rigsby will get a surprise. Just you let him start pushing me around. Especially if he tries a handshake.
You mean when he tries to crush your fingers?
Yeah, why does he do that?
He relates it to his virility.
Oh, hello, Rigsby.
Oh, my God, it's Strang the Terrible. What do you think you're doing?
I'm developing my body, Rigsby.
Developing? The only thing you're going to develop's a hernia. And what's going to happen? All that muscle turns to fat, eh? You're going to look like someone's been left out of the fridge all night.
When I disrobe on the beach this summer, there's going to be a buzz of excitement. And do you know why?
Yeah, you've forgotten your trunks.
No, I shall have a perfectly developed body.
There is nothing wrong with exercise, Rigsby. You want to try it sometime.
Look, if he wants to do some exercise, why doesn't he go out and kick a ball around? When I was your age, I was out every night playing football.
Good at it, were you?
Good, it was brilliant.
Oh, dear
If it
God.
hadn't been for the war, who knows? He couldn't bear to be the man could make mincemeat out of that lot today. Have you seen him prancing around the field like a bunch of male models? Kissing and cuddling. God, listen, in my day when you scored a goal, all you got was a brisk handshake. Now you get covered in love bites.
It's funny because it's the same conversation that people have about the NBA players, and it must be ubiquitous across all sports. That's one of the big things that you hear, especially whenever you get with the LeBron and MJ discussion. Oh yeah, LeBron, if he is back in MJ's day, they took and actually, because they pretty much clothesline people and everything like that. But the thing about it is, playing by those rules, LeBron's not a small fella, so he, you know, he playing to what they're able to do now. So flopping, kind of like they do in football, all over the field, grabbing their shins and their legs, and then 2 seconds later popping up because nobody's giving them any sympathy, or the other person didn't get a yellow card or anything like that. So, you know, it's interesting. And I know I've stopped it a couple of times, probably too many for some folks' liking, but oops.
Aye. It were a man's game in them days.
It certainly was.
Aye, it were that, lad.
Are you two trying to be funny?
Yeah, I envy you, Rigsby. Wish I were good at sport. Well, at least I don't need a knee bandage and a truss to get across the road. Oh, my body's just as good as yours.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Oh, why did you face it? I just happen to be very well endowed, that's all.
What about your bad back?
Look, I haven't got a bad back. I'm as fit as a fiddle. Listen, why do you think Miss Jones is attracted to me?
Feline grace?
Yeah.
He means like Vienna.
Yeah, so what's wrong with Vienna?
Well, look at him, Rigsby. He's not very agile, is he?
Oh, look. I'm going to
Don't
hold
hurt
this
the cat.
cat 4 feet from the ground, right? Face upwards. Right? If I let him go, what do you think will happen?
You'll go through the floorboards.
Go to the floorboards.
No, he won't. He'll land on his feet, and you know why? Because he's got perfect reflexes. It's a scientific fact. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! Poor kitty.
Mr. Rigsby,
Ah,
I wonder if one of you strong men could take the lid off this pickle jar for me.
Let Rigsby do it.
Thank you,
Allow
Alan.
me.
He's going to have to sit down.
Here we are, Ruth.
I must have loosened it.
I must have loosened it.
I didn't realize you were so strong.
Now, let's see, I brought him down. He didn't see it, did he? Oh, why? It's important. Well, of course it's important. Come on, better get started. Put it down there. See. That's just a question of up and down a few years, yeah. Well, because of him, of course. Didn't you see the look of superiority on his face when he got the lid off that pickle jar? It was a definite setback for the white races, that was.
Certainly you don't want Miss Jones. He's got 10 wives already.
Yes, but they're black, aren't they? Miss Jones is white. She could be very useful to him.
How?
Well, there's a marker. I've told you before, anybody comes between me and Miss Jones, I better watch out. And he better look out now and get him back in shape again.
What's Rigsby doing?
He was doing press-ups.
I wondered if you were watching the cricket. The West Indies are playing.
It may have escaped your attention, but I'm the proud owner of a colour television. I'm not watching something that looks the same in black and white.
Why don't you watch Muhammad Ali?
I'll tell you why, because he can't box.
Then how
What?
did he become world champion?
He talks them to death. What he does, he gets them in a clinch and then engages in some clever bit of witty repartee, and while they're trying to think of an answer, he clouts them around the back of the ear.
Bro, this cat is so delusional. It's unreal. Oh my, he's funny though. His antiquated mindset and his opinions on things is just, it's like, wow, dude. And the way it's bantered back and forth between all of them is what makes this show so much. Oh God, it's got some of the best banter of any of the shows. Like Steel Game is like it's got like top notch banter back and forth. This right here is like right there with it. I love this show.
Don't tell me, you were a boxer as well.
I was brilliant. If it hadn't been for the war,
Who knows?
who knows? Are you calling me a liar? What exactly do you think these are, eh? Eh? These weren't to stop me biting me nails, you know. Oh, God. Wouldn't know what I did,
He
you.
done
You don't have
broke
to
his
prove anything
wrist.
to me, Rigsby.
Look, I'll tell you this. I just wish we had another pair of gloves. I'd prove something.
Well, I can get a pair of gloves.
Can you? Right, you get them. Go on, get them. I'll show you if I'm past it or not. You see, he won't lay a glove on me. It's all a question of footwork, you see. I've never lost it. Look.
Oh, I'd rather not.
No, come on, come on. I want you to hit me. It's on the chin. I know, hard as you like. Come on.
I don't want to.
What do you, by the speed? Where is he then? Isn't he coming? Has he changed his mind?
He's looking forward to having the gloves back on again.
Yeah, well, again? What do you mean, again? I mean, he's boxed before.
Yeah, apparently he did quite a lot in Africa. He was champion of his region. Rigsby, you've got the experience.
Shut up, will you? He's planned this, hasn't he?
Now he's falling apart at the seams. Oh my God, now he's falling apart at the seams. See, this is the reason why you don't talk too big. Back in your day, well, it's not your day. And I think Philip's about to have a field day.
I'm going to be referee. First sign of any blood, I'll stop the fight.
Oh, give me that first sign of any blood and you'll faint. Hey, mind you, if you're referee, you could always disqualify him. And here we are, two grown men getting ready to knock 7 bells out of each other, eh? And we call ourselves civilized, eh? But funny world, eh, Phillip?
Do you want to call it off, Rigsby?
Call it off? Who said anything about calling off? I was just thinking out aloud, that was all.
I thought you seemed nervous.
Me? No, I'm not nervous, no. No, the only thing I'm worried about is in case I lose my temper, you know, when it clears as someone's stretched out on the canvas.
Is it you, Rigsby?
Oh, very funny. You've had your chance, mate. Just don't say I don't quite know how to tell you this, Miss Jones. In fact, I really don't know how to tell a woman of your sensitivity and refinement, but
now you're gonna
there's going
take
to be
him-
a fight.
A fight?
Yes, downstairs, Miss Jones. Me and Phillip, we're having the gloves on.
Thank you, Mr. Rigsby. I'll come down. I love a good fight.
He was hoping she'd take and talk Philip out of it.
It's over you said.
Over me?
Yeah.
How exciting. And just to show you how much I appreciate it, I shall go out tonight with the winner. What do you think of that?
But what are you doing here?
I didn't know you could be so jealous. I'm so excited. Fancy wanting to fight over me.
Is that what Rigsby told you?
Yes, and I told him that I'd go out with the winner. Oh.
I mightn't win.
Of course you'll win.
Oh no. What is this fool doing now? Why are you fighting in painter's clothing?
No, just a minute. Just hang on a minute. Look, before we go any further, you just make a note of where my belt is, all right?
Why are you trying to
wait,
beat him?
wait. Oh, God. Hey, that's me! Get out of the way, then. Right.
Philip!
Got him!
Philip!
How about that, then, eh?
Philip done said, I'm out, I don't want this, I'm not going on a date with her. He done tried to extricate himself from that situation or that relationship a long time ago.
Yeah, but taking a dive, we'll never hear the last of it. Rigsby will never let us forget. Here he comes now.
I told you could do it.
Yes, he took a dive.
took it. What he took it. I've beat him fair and square. He met me at my peak of condition. Hey?
Very good, Rigsby.
Yeah.
That's great, Rigsby. Keep it up.
Nothing to it.
Oh no!
What's the matter, Rigsby? No, his back's locked. He can't straighten up.
It's all right, Miss Jones. It'll soon pass. Shall we go?
Mr. Rigsby, I can't go out with you like this. It's like walking about with a chimpanzee. Come on, Phillip, you'll have to come with me.
One thing you can do, Rigsby.
What?
Can you ride tandem?
Oh my God! Oh, he messed himself over. He messed himself over badly. Oh dear God, I love this show. Oh, just the simple fact of all the physical fitness, and he's sitting there, you know, he just can't stand it that they're. Oh, he can't stand it that they're trying to all get fit, and he just doesn't see the need for it. And of course, to a fight, Phillip taking the gloves, and Phillip being like, "Oh, I get some gloves," and then he did not want to take and go out with her. Did not want to take and go out with her whatsoever, and still couldn't get away from it. It's the banter in this, though. A lot of, for me, outside of some of the shenanigans and how they take and pull stuff, make Rigsby look like an idiot, right? Past that, the interactions with each other, sometimes it's just that bit of banter, that bit of banter, and as antiquated and out of touch ideas and views as what Rigsby has, right? He's not being, how do you put this? He's not being malicious about. He's not being malicious toward anybody or anything like that. It's just that's the mindset from how he grew up and everything of that nature. You know, his viewpoints on the world. So he's not trying to be malicious, but at the same time, he's so ignorant with all of it that it doesn't matter if it's malicious or not. You got to take and learn better than that, and they damn sure teach them. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, because I know I sure do. Y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.